Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Happy Father's Day!
How about that, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to go racing. Eric, take it away.
Adam, thank you very much. If you're out in the concourse area, start making your way in. It is getting to be time to go racing here at the Milwaukee Mile. Hunt Brothers Pizza presents our Father's Day 100 racing program. The ARCA Midwest Tour Super Late models are in the house, ready to go for 100 laps today. Also on the card, the Midwest Truck Series today. Also on the card, the Midwest Truck Series, the Mid-Am Racing Series, and the Upper Midwest vintage race cars from all across our region here today. I'm Eric Henefeld. I'll be with you for the ARC Midwest Tour portion of the racing program, as well as the Midwest Truck Series. Dan Dyker on hand for the Mid-Am Series Racing and the Vintage Racing. Here's the order today. We'll start out with the Midwest Truck Series, 20-lap feature event, 20 laps, 20 miles. Then 20 laps and 20 miles for the Mid-Am Stock Car Series. Then we'll introduce to you the field of 27 for the 100-lap Father's Day 100 presented by Hunt Brothers Pizza. And then we'll wrap it up with Upper Midwest Vintage Racing here today.
Our fast qualifier for the Father's Day 100 presented by Hunt Brothers Pizza, Johnny Sauter. Johnny, step on over. We have a die to roll to determine the invert today. You want it to be a small one, or do you want to have a lot more fun passing a lot more cars?
Well, I think the invert is 11 plus the roll of the dice. So if I roll a 6, I'm starting 17th. So I think the preferred roll would be a 1.
Good luck to you. Johnny Sauter, our fast qualifier for the Father's Day 100. Presented by Hunt Brothers. Oh, he just about had the 1. 3 isn't terrible. It's a big track and a long race.
Yeah, it is a big track, long race, and we worked yesterday on long run speed, so I can't thank the Schaefer guys enough for letting me drive their car this weekend, and glad to see all these people coming out here today, and I want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. So hopefully today's a good race. This is a great racetrack. I love it.
Let's hear it for your fast qualifier today, Johnny Sauter.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. A 3 the roll for the Super Late models, a invert of 14. We'll put Johnny 14th to start the 100-lap race. Justin Mondyke and Jeff Storm will be on the front row. We'll meet the full lineup later on. Hunt Brothers Pizza is proud to present today's race. Get a taste of their quality ingredients baked in tradition by grabbing a hunk of pizza or customizing a whole pizza. Choose from Hunt Brothers Pizza's original crust or thin crust, then customize your pizza with any of their 10 toppings to choose from at no extra charge. With that many options, there's sure to be a topping combination for everyone to enjoy at Hunt Brothers Pizza. Visit Oklahoma BP in West Allis to get yours today. You can also download the Hunt Brothers Pizza app to find one of their 8,000 locations
We're
at
here.
a convenience store near you. HendrickCars.com is the easiest way to shop nearly 30,000 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Browse at your convenience, select the features that are important to you, and save any vehicle you want to come back to later. They encourage you to call or chat with one of their knowledgeable teammates for more information. And when you're ready to visit one of their 95 retail locations nationwide, they'll be there to welcome you with the best buying experience in the industry. HendrickCars.com. Race fans, locally based Sprecher Brewing Company will return as the entitlement sponsor for the ARCA Menard Series race here at Milwaukee Miles, Sunday, August the 28th. The Big 8 Late Model Series will be a part of that show as well. Get your limited edition cases of Sprecher root beer soon at Menards near you that can be exchanged for a ticket to the Sprecher 150. Available at every Menards location, as I mentioned, very soon. Fans wishing to participate in the Case for a Race promotion can exchange their proof of purchase or their sales receipt at the Wisconsin State Fair Park box office starting on July the 1st. For more information on that event, check out trackenterprises.com. For complete series information, please visit arcaracing.com. Why do millions depend?
So we are ready to go racing here with the Midwest Truck Series. Again, thanks for tuning in the MidwestTour.tv coverage. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for subscribing. If you've yet to do so, encourage your friends. Don't miss a lap from now on. Today and for the next month, go to MidwestTour.tv and subscribe. Pace cars rolling. The Midwest Truck Series is rolling. I'm Jim Trade along with Matt Vadi on pit road, and we welcome in Tim Sauter, our ace expert driver analyst here for this broadcast today. Tim, it's been fun so far. We've been able to share a few things on our Facebook Live look-in, and you've been here for 2 days already. You and your grandson Reed are taking it all in. I'm looking forward to getting some insights from you as we go through the day. How big of a deal is it to race here at the Milwaukee Mile?
The Milwaukee Mile is, if you live in the Midwest, this is our Daytona. I think everybody here loves this speedway, and we want to see it be here for the years to come for my grandson and all the young guys out there. So the racing should be good, and a good handling vehicle is going to be the key to winning this race today in all divisions.
And this is only a 20-lap race, but only means a lot because these trucks race at quarter miles, third miles, half miles. 20 miles is a long distance, and these trucks can really haul down these straightaways.
Yeah, you're going to see some good speeds here, and 20 laps for the trucks is actually quite a while here, so it'll be fun.
And it came down to a photo finish 1 year ago here on Father's Day weekend for the Midwest Truck Series champion. It came down to James Swan out drag racing the black and green 93 of Chester Ace in that one.
And I think they were 1 and 2 in points, I want to say, last year.
It was crazy, and that was like the third time
last
year that Chester was involved in a photo finish in this very competitive Midwest Truck Series season. One thing to bring up, the guy starting last in that white number 1 truck. That's Kelly Byers. He raced in Wisconsin, signed by Wood Brothers Racing, ran a Truck Series race here. That led to Brad Keselowski's shot with the next race at Memphis. That's another story for another time. Perhaps a cold beverage will be involved in that. But Kelly is back here racing at the mile. He actually got a chance to the race with Junior Motorsports in the Xfinity Series. But Kelly's been doing a great job with a lot of different drivers, Tim.
Yeah.
Working as a chassis expert and building cars and building trucks.
Yeah, Kelly's hands-on, and he brought a real fast truck here. He actually had fast time, so I expect to see him move through the field pretty quickly here.
Should be fun to watch. Joe Valento drove his truck to the fast qualifying and a third-place finisher a couple years ago. But Kelly knows what he's doing. He's got the most experience in terms of setting that truck up and racing other divisions. Comparatively, James Swan, he's won everything. He's in 16-time champion, whether it be a track champion, a Mid-Am champ, a Midwest Truck Series champion. Look for the number 97 truck, James Swan, to do well as well.
Yes, for sure.
And you know what we're going to do? The fans get to wave this time. If you're at home hanging out with us, or if you're in the garage, get your head off under the hood and give us a wave. This is the wave lap for the Midwest Truck Series in their biggest race of the season. It's going to be fun to watch, and Eric Henefeld will have the call for this one, Tim. And we got a lot more racing to do. We have this race, a 20-lap Midwest Mid-American Stock Car Series race, and we'll line up the cars and introduce them to you for the Father's Day 100, presented by Hunt Brothers Pizza, ARCA Midwest Tour Series race.
Yeah, a lot of good racing here.
Justin Mondyke is not in the truck race, but this is kind of cool. We see this at short tracks. I haven't yet to see it at the mile.
I've never seen it.
Get some warm up here.
Right, I've never seen it before, so this is something new.
Justin Mondike's tagging the field. You may have seen that at your local racetrack, where if a driver in a different division has an issue, he can tag on the back of a heat race, see if the car is right, the steering works again. Mondike's doing a couple of warm down laps, maybe just to get that car up to temp or checking something out. They changed on the suspension. So great nod, really.
Right. I think
got everything right at the mile.
It's probably a safety issue. Otherwise they wouldn't let him go out there, because on the invert he'll be starting on the pole here today.
10-4, not an advantage they want to give anyone.
Right.
So Justin's out there shaking things down, and we're going to turn things over to Eric Hienefeld, our track announcer here. He also does the ARCA Midwest Tour. He also got the chance to call his first ever NASCAR race weekend at Gateway, Worldwide Technology Raceway. So Eric's had some fun in recent, and he's about to call the race to the green flag here at the Milwaukee Mile for the Midwest Truck Series.
Waves the yellow flag around to get a lap or so to get some heat in the tires before they turn them loose.
I think Kurt was looking for you.
All right, they'll slow them down now, get them back to where they need to be in 2x2 formation. 19 trucks on the track. There were 20 in the house. James Lynch, the 76, who came into the weekend fourth in points, the young hard charger out of Palos Park, Illinois, had engine troubles early in practice today. So James Lynch watching from the infield, not in this race. And it will be a 19-truck race. Alex Gilhart give him the one-lap signal at the start-finish line. We'll get ready to turn him loose for 20 around the mile here today, with Aaron Moyer and Eugene Gregorich III on the front row. They'll get on it as soon as they get out of turn number 4. Picking up the pace a little bit. It's Moyer and Gregorich bringing them around. It's time to go trucking here at the Milwaukee Mile. Green flag is up. We're racing. Off they go. Side by side up front. Third and fourth place, Vanderloop and Foster wiggled a little bit into the corner. Now Foster around the outside. Jay Foster into third. 3 wide for fifth down the backstretch. Grasseth gets swallowed up by Kniese and by Cody Hubrid. James Swan making a push forward to the 97 car as well. In turn 3 and 4, they make the turn. Lap number 1 is going to be led by the number 1 of Eugene Gregorich III, who gets the jump on the outside and moves ahead of Moyer. Foster in third, side by side for fourth. It's Kniese in the 37, taking a look to the inside of Vanderloop. Nothing happening there. Everybody kind of trying to find a spot to make some moves on the dance floor early on in this 20-lap race. It'll be lap 2 this time by 18 laps to go for Eugene Gregorich III. A lot of scattering going on in the middle of the field. Jeff Holtz is in that. Zielazinski, Chester Ace, Bryce Miller, all in the middle of that. Battle for third. Here comes a run on Jay Foster. Cody Vanderloop there nearby. Field makes their way around. Click another lap off the board. Be 3 laps complete. Gregorich leading the way. Battle for third. Here's a side-by-side. It's Kniese trying to make a move. And here is Vanderloop. They're almost 3 wide coming down the front stretch. Cody Vanderloop wandering up the middle Way up high is Foster, but that middle to outside is a good place to get the run here at the Milwaukee Mile. You don't got to be glued right to the bottom of the track. Foster gets back into third, gets away from Vanderloop. Up front, Moyer closing up a little bit on Gregorich, the leader, as they come off the fourth corner. A fifth of the way home this time by for your leader, Eugene Gregorich III. Vanderloop under duress now for fourth. Knieze to the inside. James Swan has cut his way through a 97. Has made a couple moves. Swan in sixth. Swan wants fifth. Side by side, they go down for fifth. Swan in the 97 truck. On the way. Started in the ninth position, up to fifth. Now Hubert and Knieze battling. Swan takes a look to the inside of Cody Vanderloop for fourth. Vanderloop holds on to the spot. 15 laps to go for Eugene Gregorich III. Aaron Moyer in his back pocket for the lead as they go down into turn one. Swan dives down into one. Going after Vanderloop again for fourth. Hubert behind him in the 20 truck has a run for sixth, but off the outside, Knieze gets back ahead of Cody Hubert. In that back and forth tussle for sixth. That big knot of trucks in the middle of the field has kind of sorted itself out. More side by side than anything else. Vanderloop way up the hill in 3 and 4. Cody Vanderloop off the pace. Falling back near 10th now. Foster third, and now he's got James Swan on his tailgate trying to make the move for the third position. Knieze in fifth. Here's Swan in that white and blue 97. Making a look to the inside for Foster. James Swan definitely the mover and the shaker so far. Moyer inch by inch in that 140. Closing up on Gregorich for the lead and makes a move to the inside for the lead. Side by side down the front straightaway. Aaron Moyer is going to lead the lap. Lap number 7. Side by side for first, side by side for third. Moyer going to try and clear Gregorich, but on that middle to outside part is where the momentum will carry you out of the corner. And Gregorich goes back to the lead down the back straightaway. Swan in third, now back to fourth, still side by side with Foster. They are catching the leaders. Everybody's catching the leaders. 2 laps from halfway. Gregorich back to the lead. Swan in third. On the back end of the 140, Moyer for second. Here comes Kevin Zielazinski in a 38 truck out of nowhere. Into fifth, working over the back end of the 87 of Foster. Kelly Byers from the back through the field of the 1. Byers 1/6 to the inside of Cody Hubert. Things tightening up as we get close to halfway. It'll be 9 laps complete this time by. Halfway next time by. Eugene Gregorich Jr. is the leader, but he's got company. Here comes James Swan. They all better get to the front quick because James Swan's on the way. Everybody closing up front. Moyer in third, Foster trying to run at him for the position. Zielazinski's in fifth. Here's Swan looking for the lead in turn 3 and 4. They'll go door handle to door handle for the top spot over in turns 3 and 4. Off the corner, coming to halfway. A side-by-side drag race for the lead. New leader, James Swan. Swan by a wheel length takes the lead down into 1. It'll try and get past Eugene Gregorich III. Look at that field, the full front half of the field in shouting distance of one another down the backstretch. All the way back to Chester Ace in 11th in the green 93. Swan putting a little gap between everybody else. Oh, getting crowded for third on back. Zielazinski making the move. Got down to the inside of Moyer as he squirmed in the corner. Kevin Zielazinski to third. Moyer back to fourth. Kelly Byers sticks her in deep for fifth. Might take the 2 for 1. Going for fourth on Moyer. Moyer slams the door. Byers back to the inside. Kelly Byers up to fourth. Oh, trouble for Foster. Jay Foster, did he catch the wall out of 2 in the 87? Saw some smoke or dust fly, one or the other, but he's lost a lot of spots. 8 laps to go for James Swan in the Midwest Truck Series feature. Tyler Noble in the 7 pulls on in. His day is done. Second, third, and fourth like they're chained together. Gregory trying to hold second. Zielasinski knocking on the door and goes to the inside. Byers right behind him in the 1. Hubrid in the 20 up to 5th. And now things begin to separate a little bit. What was a pack of 11 trucks is now the leader Swan and about 5 behind him. And then the rest of the field. 7 laps to go. Zielasinski into second. Byers wants third. Hubrid is catching them as well. So it's 4 trucks going after each other for second through 5th. Hubrid with a look to the inside of Gregory, who has now fallen back to 3rd, 4th, and may go back to 5th after Hubrid's into turn 3. James Swan extending the lead of the 97. Wants this thing to stay green. Second place, Kelly Byers wants it in the white 1 to the inside of Kevin Zielasinski. Side by side at the line, Kelly Byers noses into second spot. He's there. The 2 fastest trucks are at the front of the field to try and decide it here today at the mile. Hubrid clears for 4th, gets ahead of Gregory. When they get here this time by, it'll be 15 laps complete, 5 laps to go. We'll see if James Swan can hold on. 5 to go. The gap on the stopwatch is 1.3 seconds between Swan and Kelly Byers. 2 guys in different ways that have a lot of laps around the Milwaukee Mile. Kevin Zielasinski in 3rd, Cody Hubrid 4th, trying to get on the podium in the 20. Eugene Gregory Jr. trying to hold on to the top 5, but his front row starting mate Aaron Moyer trying to close on him as well over in turn 4. 4 laps to go. Byers is visually closing the gap between he and James Swan. You don't need the stopwatch, but if you want to look at it, he just cut a half a second off the lead. Kelly Byers is running laps about half a second quicker than James Swan right now, but he's also running out of laps to make the move. When they get here, it'll be 17 laps complete, 3 laps to go for James Swan and Kelly Byers. Down to just 3 truck lengths now for the lead. Zielasinski still holds 3rd. Everything else is stabilized. The race is for the win in turn 2. Byers all over the back end of Swan. Close it on up. He started dead last in this race. Kelly Byers in the 1. All over Swan. Catching him's one thing, passing him's another thing. Coming around to 2 laps to go this time by in the Midwest Truck Series feature. Swan opens up a little bit of a gap on him once more. Couple truck lengths, the gap for Swan and for Byers. And pretty much everything else is calmed down except that race for the lead. All eyes on the front. The 97 of Swan and the 1 of Byers. Byers closes in, Swan gets away. The time disparity's almost even now. Once upon a time, Byers was catching him by half a second. Here's Byers closing up in 3 and 4 again. They'll come around this time by. Starter Alex Gilhart's going to look him over, give him the white flag. 1 lap to go for James Swan, going for 2 in a row here at the mile. Will Byers put one more good run on him? He closes up in turn 1. Really gets in that corner good. Right on the tail end of Swan, but Swan good out of the corner. Swan gets away. One more time over in turn 3 and 4. We'll see if Kelly Byers can make it happen. Rolls in the corner. Not close enough unless James Swan slips out of turn 4. Second straight win at the mile for James Swan in the 97. Then it's Byers. Then it's Zielasinski. Hubrid in 4th, and Eugene Gregory the 3rd will hang on to 5th spot. Well, a pretty good way to start the day with the Midwest Truck Series and their Father's Day 20. And a second win of the year for the guy in the 97. And last year, he was the guy stalking the leader, Chester Ace, and won it by inches at the start-finish line. Today, at halfway, James Swan went from 9th to 1st, took the lead on the 10th lap. How about Kelly Byers from 19th to 2nd in the 1? He'll come home a runner-up. Midwest Truck Series, always fun to watch, always put on a great show. And here at the Milwaukee Mile, Alex Gilhart's got the checkered flag. Looks like James Swan wants to spin around with it just a little bit here in front of you. Hey, race fans, how about it for James Swan? James Swan will take the victory lap with the checkered flag. And that's not just any checkered flag. That is the 2SEV Tools checkered flag. The winner, James Swan, gets a Matco toolbox courtesy of 2SEV Tools. Big thank you to them. James Swan's going to savor this victory cigar. He's going to take the checkered flag all the way around the Milwaukee Mile. We will go down to victory lane soon. Adam Mackey will have our winner and everyone else who is down trackside. And as I told you before the race, James Swan said, you know, everybody has their Daytona. This is my Daytona. And he will head to victory lane. Winner of the 20-lap caution-free Midwest Truck Series feature. Mid-American cars, the Mid-Am Racing Series, are warming up in the bullpen. They'll be out soon. We'll tell you about that coming up. As James Swan makes his way down to Hunt Brothers Pizza Victory Lane. Again, Hunt Brothers Pizza is proud to present today's race. Get a hunk of pizza, why don't you, from Hunt Brothers. That's what they call it, hunk of pizza. You ever had it? It's delicious. Quality ingredients baked in tradition. Hunt Brothers Pizza. Choose from one of their original crust or thin crust. Customize your pizza with any of their 10 toppings to choose from at no extra charge. And with that many options, there's sure to be a topping combination for you. Visit Oklahoma BP in West Allis to get yours today. Hunt Brothers Pizza. James Swan is making his way towards the victory area as the winner of the Father's Day 20 for the Midwest Truck Series here this afternoon. He's had a full lap to celebrate and cool down. And John Wood will direct him down to victory lane. And we will send it down trackside to the victory area. And get ready to hear from Adam Mackey in victory lane.
Impressive run for the 97 of James Swan, finding victory lane and holding off the strong charge from the 19th starting position from Kelly Byers in the 1 truck. An exciting start to our Father's Day 100 afternoon, presented by Hunt Brothers Pizza. Victorious here in Milwaukee Mile Victory Lane. James Swan ready to climb out. Let's hear it for James Swan. Swan victorious in a race that goes flag to flag, green to checkered, very clean race from the Midwest Trucks. Congratulations on the win today.
Oh my God, that was awesome. Yesterday in practice, I thought we had it. Today in practice, I didn't think we had it. And qualified didn't show we were very good. And then Katie kept telling me where the 1 truck's coming. I'm like, oh no, he's coming. I'm like, just trying to get away. And then I really screwed up in 2. It got really loose, and I thought he was going to be there, but I had just enough on him. That was pretty awesome. Thank you all for coming. All you fans up there, you're the reason we're here. You know, if you weren't there, we couldn't be here. So thank you all very much, and happy Father's Day.
Your winner, James Swan.
So James Swan, the winner. Kelly Byers, second from 19th to 2nd, as Adam mentioned. And Kevin Zielazinski comes home in 3rd as the pomp and circumstance of victory lane continues. And James will get the big win. There's the big Matco toolbox down there in victory lane that James Swan gets to take home. You got to like that. All right. Mid-American cars, the Mid-Am Racing Series getting lined up. They'll go 20 laps and 20 miles as well. And to tell you more about the Mid-Am Racing Series. Give you their lineup and give you their action. We turn it over to Dan Diker.
Thank you much, Hammer. Welcome back, Milwaukee Mile. Happy Father's Day once again as we get ready for the Mid-American Stock Car Series presented by Wilkins Rebuilder Supply. They have a 10,000 points fund for the top 10 this year. Wilkins Rebuilder Supply, providing high-quality truck parts since 1986 and located in the Midwest's largest truck wrecker in Chicago Heights, Illinois. WilkinsRebuilders.com. 22 cars have made the field here this afternoon, and we're going to be bringing them out here in just a couple of moments. Of course, James Swan going to go through, let's see, 5 or 6 hat changes, maybe a dozen different championship pictures down there, and a well-deserved run for a man that holds the title for the most championships in the Mid-American Stock Car Series. It's James Swan. Trying to catch him is Ron Vandermeer Jr. He's won 4 straight, looking for a 5th this year as he will be coming out as our point leader. We do have 3 rookies in the field today. Jimmy Spatz, his 4th race ever. Clay Kurtz and John Ventrello have all made the trek to the Milwaukee Mile to take on the monster. And kind of interesting, as we were talking to him in qualifying, Jimmy Spatz, you never raced except the Goblin a long time ago. This is your 4th race ever. Why not put the Milwaukee Mile on your schedule? Get the big dog out of the way now and use that for some bragging rights along the way. James Swan again with the trophy presentation. Wonder if he knew he was going to win a toolbox. That's kind of a nice thing to take home. I hope he and his wife Katie have room in their truck for that brand new toolbox.
Race fans, thanks for tuning in again today to MidwestTour.tv's coverage. A live look-in continues here. We just saw a thrilling 20-lap Midwest Truck Series race. Things have been going on and transpiring over the last couple of days. Yesterday, alternating practices. Got everybody some track time that was electing to be here. Didn't have to be here. A lot of teams said we got to be here to test yesterday. And then today, we got to practice at 9:30. A couple rounds of that through the field. Each of the 4 divisions. Qualified at 11 o'clock. The ARCA Midwest Tour cars were the first to qualify. Johnny Sauter set fast time. And a driver that had some issues today is a driver I think could be a sleeper in this one. Back full time in the ARCA Midwest Tour. Matt Vadi is down with an update on a driver that we expect to do well, but had some issues today. Matt?
In the pit of the 8 machine of Eddie Hoffman right now. Eddie had a shifter linkage break on him before qualifying, and the team was out here. They actually didn't get any of practice session number 2. So I talked to Eddie a little bit. They said the car looks good. They've gotten things fixed. He felt like it was good during qualifying, no vibrations, and he's confident that they have gotten things ready to go on the 8 machine. Another driver that has had issues down here, want to take you up to speed on them. You saw him go out there the tail end of that truck race. The 44 of Justin Mondyke will be the pole sitter for this ARCA Midwest Tour race. They had a miss in the engine, replaced the fuel pump. He's confident they've got that issue fixed as well.
Thank you, Matt Vadi, and welcome again to the broadcast coverage here. And Tim Sauter, Jim Trado, we're looking at another division. This is the Mid-American Stock Car Series, Tim. These guys get to race on bull rings across the Midwest, but this is their biggest stage to shine. And they've been coming here for a long time, since the early 90s in this series formed up by Gary Vercauteren.
Yeah, they've been coming here a long time. It's like the old sportsman class at a lot of the local racetracks, and this is their Daytona, so this is a big deal for everybody here.
And your son Tyler raced a Mid-American style car, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He ran a lot at the Dells and then up at Thomas Sparta Speedway up by us in central Wisconsin.
So this is your first chance, fans, to get a Sauter update. Tim Sauter's here. Your son Tyler, what's he doing now?
This year he's going to run the full CWRA series with the Towel City recaps. It's a great super late series on a budget, and it's got a lot of good help with some fine people up in our area, and looking forward to it.
Great update. That's update number 1 from Tim Sauter. There's a lot to talk about in the history of the Sauter family, and the Milwaukee Mile are one in the same when it comes to racing and what it means to the fans here in Wisconsin to see the Sauter family represented today with Johnny Sauter winning fast time. He'll start 17th, is that right? 14th today?
Yep, 14th. Yep.
Travis Sauter, Tim's son, is crew chiefing for Gabe Summers. He's also won an ARCA Midwest Tour race here at the Mile, now putting the headset on. Look for that number 15 car later on today in the Father's Day 100. We got Reed Sauter here today, hanging out with Grandpa in the booth up here because Reed's dad's going to be busy. Travis is going to be calling a race today, hopefully for a win to continue that Sauter legacy here at the mile, but they got to beat Uncle Johnny to do just that. Tim's youngest brother, second youngest brother, I should say.
That's right.
And the pace car is out, and we're going to do a wave lap here. That means we got 1 to go. Tim, I guess what? We're going to turn things back over to Dan Diker. You hear him a bunch across the Midwest. Loves Lacrosse Fairground Speedway. Does a lot of work on PA. And guess what? That means we're going to say goodbye to you on our Facebook Live Look-In. You need to head to MidwestTour.tv right now. Sorry we're cutting it off here, but we had to do it sometime. Thanks for joining us on the Live Look-In. Please stick around if you've already bought in on the subscription. Go now to MidwestTour.tv. Don't miss a lap of the action. They're going to green this time by. We'll see you on the other side for all the rest of the racing here on MidwestTour.tv. Thanks for tuning in.
Meyerhofer row 6.